150 to 250 spins. This is the waiting room for Cash Eruption. You're staring at the screen that feels like a throwback. Traditional fruits, sort of in reverse, sevens, and this fire goddess who looks like an 80s Vegas showgirl. But make no mistake, the math engine behind it isn't retro. It's calculated. It's designed to keep you in the chair, not for the speed, but for the near misses. It's that pattern feature, oddly named, that looks like a win but isn't. It's that static jackpot taunting you. It's the promise that if you can just fill those 15 spots, you get the grand treasure.
It's a grind, it's a gamble, and it's one of the most effective psychological traps on the casino floor. And it reminds me a bit of Slinko. Yeah. And with that, welcome back to Slots and Locks. I'm Tim.
And this is Mello.
All right. So last episode, we talked about the internet, crypto gaming, the rise of the crash game. We talked about speed, instant feedback, and the psychology of losing money in seconds.
Right. But we can't ignore the other side of the coin. Because while the internet was forcing gambling to get faster, the most successful land games are finding ways to make the experience longer and more intense through that hold and spin or respin mechanic.
And better late than never comes IGT with an instant smash. Today we're looking at Cash Eruption.
And this isn't a crypto native game. It doesn't have the same instant loss feeling, but it taps into something just as powerful, the feeling that you're almost there, that near miss psychology that keeps you hitting spin.
All right. So let's talk about, we always like to get into the framework. So let's set the stage here. If a crash game is about survival, how long can you stay before you bust? If then Cash Eruption is about accumulation. How many fireballs can you cram onto this board?
Exactly. In crash games, the tension is don't get greedy. But in Cash Eruption, the tension is I just need that one more symbol. It's not about fear of losing. It's about the hope of completing a board, just like Slingo.
Before we jump in, let's set a little framework because we're not just looking at the game and what the game does, but how it feels while you're doing it.
Yeah, this is where perception and probability come in, right? It's not the actual math under the hood, but what the player thinks is happening based on how they see features, near misses, and small wins.
So basically, how the game convinces you something's about to happen, even when it isn't.
Exactly. And then the design framework is how all of that gets packaged. The base game pacing, feature frequency, bonus structure. In this case, it's a lower to mid volatility setup built around steady engagement and layered features.
So instead of big swings, you're getting more consistent interaction.
Right. It's less one big moment and more stay in the seat long enough for the system to pay you back in pieces. It's a vintage Vegas style slot.
Yeah, so I want to call something out real quick. I've never seen a video this week where there were some hikers climb up a volcano and it started exploding, and you see them running down the volcano. So I think it was kind of apropos to what we're talking about here, the explosion of the Cash Eruption in the volcano and stuff like that. But I thought to myself, like, there was a moment in Hawaii when I've gone there before where you can go on a volcano. I'm like, nah, I think I'll pass.
So did you see the video before you went to Hawaii? Or did you just
No. This is like in the last week. I just saw this video of like some volcano exploding and people were walking up the volcano and they're like running down the mountain. Yeah, volcano, I guess.
You're really teasing the volcano gods when you do that, I think.
Yeah, I think in Hawaii, people say you shouldn't take any lava rock home with you because everyone that does, their house catches on fire.
Wow.
Superstition. So
yeah, I didn't take any lava rock because they search your bags pretty aggressively in Hawaii.
Yeah, they probably don't like you taking stuff like that. So anyhow,
I tried to take this massive avocado home and they took it.
Really? Interesting. And the California side or the Hawaii side?
I didn't even leave the island yet.
They must have really liked your avocado.
It was huge. It was huge.
All right, let's get into it. Let's get a little bit under the hood. All right, Mello. Before we get into the psychology, let's look at the engine. What are we looking at?
All right. So Cash Eruption hit the casino floor in around 2020. It's a 5 reel, 3 row configuration with 20 fixed pay lines. The RTP is sitting around 96%, which is, kind of an industry standard. It's consistent. It's a smooth flow.
Yeah, again, 96% is pretty high, but what that means just if you haven't watched the earlier videos, is that for every dollar you put in, you get on average 96 cents back. So the higher the number, the closer it is to 100%. The better it is for the player. The lower it is, the better it is for the casino. All right. And visually, it's a bit of a throwback, right?
Very much so. So the traditional sevens and the fruits, the music, if you play the music, has this weird kind of mystery solving vibe that sits under the gameplay. And then you have the fire goddess, which is the second bonus we're going to show. She's the wild, and she definitely looks more like an 80s Vegas showgirl, not a fire goddess. And the fruits are kind of backwards. Like the lemon is actually worth more than the cherries. So it's a little quirky.
I kind of actually do see that now, like the Vegas showgirl. I don't think anyone's ever said that before.
But here's the analyst view. You're really playing for two things. You're playing for the Cash Eruption bonus, which is the hold and spin feature, or the volcano free spins, and that is triggered by the Vegas showgirl or the fire goddess, whatever you want to call her. Statistically, you're looking at the trigger window of about 150 to 250 spins for the latter, the fire goddess. That's your cycle.
Yeah, I mean that's a long time for a modern player to wait, especially in this age. We talked about like instant gratification. Most games are about 50 spins, 30 to 50 spins, so 150 to 200 spins. 50 spins is a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's the pattern feature. It's a reel of lucky sevens on reel one, followed by the fire goddess wilds on the other symbols. It's a base game feature. But listen closely. The wild symbols don't substitute for the lucky sevens in this specific pattern. It's a gotcha. It's designed to look like the board is connecting, but the math engine says otherwise. It's clever design, but and a bit frustrating, to be frank.
All right. Why do designers include features that look like wins but aren't?
It's about engagement through near misses. It's the psychological dopamine effect. It keeps you searching for that real connection.
All right. So now we're going to demo it. All right, so keep in mind, this is all about anticipation, pressure, waiting, explosion, unpredictability, rare events. Uh, Volatility is probably a key theme here. And their volatility as a whole, or highly volatile games, are kind of like emotional pressure simulators. So let's
Yeah,
talk about. Sorry, go ahead.
no. Yeah, I think what we're looking at this first bonus is we're looking for the six fireballs to appear on the reels at the same time.
Yeah. So with this one, we're trying to trigger the six meteors. Is that right?
We're trying to trigger the six meteors, but as we progress through this, you can kind of see the fire goddess come in on some of the reels as well.
All right. And just to be clear, these jackpots are static, not progressive. Is that right?
The jackpots are static, but it's an easy. To your point, though, it's an easy progressive fix, right? I mean, I think one of the best new games is the Mega Jackpots Cash Eruption version. So they have actually done that. So yeah, correct, Tim. It's not a get rich quick situation, but the genius is the respin reset. We have to get to that point. But the genius will be in the respin reset when we get to that point.
I feel like we should just sit here and do a little dance or something like that, right?
Do you like to dance? Wow, your dance did it.
Maybe it was the fireball dance or the cash eruption dance.
Well, whatever it was, you made it. You made it work.
That's what I do with my wife.
And all I have to do is press this button. So, so every time a fireball drops, you get 3 minute free spins. That's the key here. If you don't get a new one, that ends your cycle. So we were down here, but then we got 2 more. If you'll notice, you have like the minor, which is the minor cash prize, which is featured above for $25. And you keep going until you no longer have fireballs. And so we've been getting lucky. Haven't been getting any major wins here.
And this is that hold and spin mechanic that we had talked about on the previous video. We should link to the Columba.
Yep. And if you fill the board, much like in Slingo, you get the grand treasure, which is right here.
So close.
Right there.
3 more to go.
I know we got 12. Skunked. But to be honest, I mean that's a pretty good multiplier for a base game feature. I mean that's a 62x. Yeah.
Yep. So most slots are just did I win or lose?
But hold and spin games turn the bonus into a process. You aren't just waiting for a result, you are actively watching your progress.
All right, so we go to the next one, which is the volcano free spins, the jumbo symbols. What do you think?
Yes, Tim.
All right, we had to talk about free spin features too. So that was the hold and spin. So this game has a few different options here, which uses these massive jumbo symbols, which are you'll see in a second, which are fantastic for players.
Apparently, I can't listen and control a mouse at the same time. And here you're going to get a little, oh my God. Anyway, here you're getting a little bit of feel for the game with regard to the free spins. This one comes at about every 250 spins, 150 to 250 spins, as we said. So if you get a 25 multiplier, you're probably not going to be too happy with that, right?
A 25 multiplier, I think we're right.
At
I'd be
200
stoked.
spins?
Well, maybe not 200 spins, but I guess if it was like 10, 20 spins, maybe.
I feel we're getting close, Tim. I feel it. Oh, look at that. I mean,
We're
right?
about to do the volcano free spin dance now.
Okay, so I'll stop it here. But when you hit the free spin, the middle reels link up. You get this huge 3x3 symbol. In this case, it's a watermelon. It changes your perspective to the grid. You aren't looking at 20 pay lines. You're looking at for that one massive hit to connect. It creates a high variance moment inside a low variance flow.
All right. Why do these games include jumbo symbols at all?
Gives the player a goal. You see that 3x3 block and think I've almost got it. And as long as you have a goal, you keep spinning. And you can kind of tell if you get a good symbol on the left reel, this is actually going to be a good payout for you.
All right. So what's the takeaway?
Oh man, we only got a 22x on that.
Yeah, especially for that many spins, I'm not really sure.
I mean, we were close. We had the wild symbol. We had a 7. I mean, it could have went good for us, but it just didn't. I'm gonna stop sharing.
Yeah, and I think this game on Eilers and Krychek rating was like number 1 in GDR in 2024, which is one of the top games. It's not the number 1 game in terms of slot GDR, which is pretty massive.
Yeah. So when it launched, it was actually kind of a surprise hit because I don't think nobody at IGT really expected it to do as good as it did, and it held. I mean, it basically toppled all the other IGT games at the time. So
I think there's been several games like that, like candy bars on the land-based side. I don't know if you remember that game.
I do.
That was one of those games too that surprised everyone. It was that mechanic just got really, really popular.
And a complete dud online.
Yeah, it just goes to show that some games don't translate over to the online space, you know.
But I think to this game's point, other than, I mean, okay, so I'll be honest, the music's weird. The fire goddess is a showgirl, and the fruit hierarchy is backwards. And sometimes you don't get a really good bonus in the 3x3 tiered bonus. But with all that said, it's a simple game, and I think you can really kind of appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't know. The 150 spins seems like a lot to get in the bonus count. I feel like there should be a buy bonus button or something like that, but it is obviously a hugely popular game.
Oh, Tim, another great modification to this game, the buy bonus. Anyway.
All right. So what's the takeaway?
As we said last week, the internet changed gambling, yes, but classic mechanics like the hold and spin didn't disappear. They evolve, to Tim's point. They have a buy bonus feature. They have a progressive link. This game is actually now in the top 10 in the U.S. Canada, sorry. Top 10 in Canada this week in progressives as a Cash Eruption progressive Mega Jackpots version. And it proves that players don't just want speed. They also want a good game.
Yes, sir. They do. And they want to feel like they're actually building something.
Yeah, so the perception. I'm close to that grand treasure, which the grand treasure is the 15 fireballs. They call it. They're meteors, though. Really, Tim. They're not really. They look physically hard, like a rock. Anyway, perception. I'm close to the grand treasure. The probability. It's a slot machine. You know, obviously it's fixed against me. And the design. Fill the board. Reset the count. Keep the hope alive. Trigger the dopamine.
The probability it's a slot machine means that it's never designed to pay out. Is that what you're saying?
You know, the math is always designed against you, Tim. I mean, you may have the best system in the world, but the machine's back end's telling you something different.
If someone ever says to me, I have a great slot machine system, I'd probably start laughing.
Oh, have you checked out
Unless they're cheating, you know.
have you checked out some of the the YouTube sites?
Yeah, I'm sure they are, but any of those sites that are telling you they have some type of system in any probably game, if they're not cheating, they're full of crap. Uh,
Well, yeah. There's one guy who goes around and I think the system in land based. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't work online as well. Is he goes to like each machine and bets like 5 times per machine, and then goes to some other machine and does 5 times, and then he actually shows you the win. I mean, I don't know how that's a system. I think that's just kind of blind luck.
there's somebody he see if you see this guy before.
Well, let us know in the comments who this guy is, because I mean, there's lots of
Mickey Base, I think it is. You know that it is?
no, not at all.
Yeah, it's one of these guys that here, I'll show you. This is the system I'm talking about here.
Oh, we're gonna share an impromptu share.
This guy right here. Have you seen this guy?
So
I believe people will actually watch legitimate.
well, look at
I'm
that
not trying
Reddit.
to throw hate, but
Look at the Reddit.
He
Why
gets so many views.
Wow, that Reddit posting's not too friendly.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I didn't see that, but yeah, it's 100%. Like he's on all these shows, like How to Beat the Casino and all this stuff like that. And I say this not in throwing, as my kids would say, shade towards him, but it's just there's a lot of people online that you can't always believe, you know, and somehow they get clicks and somehow people want him on their shows. But anyhow,
I think people just want to believe, Tim. They want to
yes,
believe, but as we've said time and time again, when you push the button or whatever, the reels will spin. There's a number somewhere in the back, and it's telling you what you're going to see.
exactly.
It's not
All right,
magic.
so again, audience, please like, subscribe, drop a comment. But we need to have a question for you. Comparing the last 2 videos we did, this one and the crash game itself, I'm kind of curious the type of player you are. Are you a kind of instant gratification? You want something really quick, outcome really fast? Or are you patient a little bit, where you wait the 150 spins, the 250 spins, to let it pay off, you know, and grind the game itself?
I love that, the hold and spin grind. Yeah, let us know what keeps you in the chair longer, or what you appreciate to see. And a massive shout out to our listeners in Brazil. I don't know why we're huge in Brazil, but hey, you guys are coming in hot for us on the analytics. So keep that up. That's awesome. And hey, we did a crash game too, which apparently Aviator is like one of the best games in Brazil. So
That's why.
no, probably.
As always,
Gamble responsibly and never spend more than you can afford.
we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
And